Hi, I'm Kath from Whole Healthy Me, and today I want to talk about something that I truly believe sits at the foundation of almost every aspect of health, and that's gut health. Your gut impacts so much more than digestion. It influences your immune system, your mood, your hormones, your skin, your inflammation levels, your energy, your sleep, and even your ability to lose weight and think clearly. It's incredible. Your gut is connected to everything. And the interesting thing is that many people don't realize their gut is struggling because they think symptoms like bloating, reflux, constipation, fatigue, anxiety, skin flare ups, sugar cravings, or even brain fog are just normal. But often those are signs that the gut is inflamed, it's overwhelmed, it's undernourished, or it's simply out of rhythm. And that word rhythm is really where I want to focus today. One of the biggest mistakes, I believe, in the wellness world is believing healing comes from one magic supplement or one extreme diet. I hear it all the time. What is the one thing I can take just to fix this problem? But in reality, the gut responds incredibly well to consistency, safety, nourishment, and daily rhythms. So today I want to share some simple but powerful daily habits that can genuinely help support and restore the gut over time. This isn't a quick fix. This is about the daily rhythms. The first rhythm is slowing down while eating. I live with a family of fast eaters, so I know all about this. And it took me a long time to learn how to slow down. Many of us eat stressed, distracted, standing, driving, scrolling, rushing. But your digestive system works best when your nervous system feels safe. And actually sitting down and enjoying that moment is the best way to eat. Because if your body is in fight or flight mode, digestion gets compromised. Stomach acid drops, enzyme production drops, mobility changes, that's the movement of the food through the gut, and bloating increases. Bad posture also can increase bloating, which is an interesting thing to think about. So before meals, try taking a few deep breaths, sit down, slow down, eat slowly, and chew properly. It sounds simple, but can dramatically improve digestion. You may think you're chewing too many times. Chew even more than that and slow down that habit. The second rhythm is supporting blood sugar balance. Now, blood sugar spikes can drive inflammation and negatively affect the gut microbiome. One of the easiest ways to improve this is to prioritize protein and healthy fats at meals. You might have heard of dressing your carbs with protein. That helps stop those blood sugar spikes. Instead of starting the day with sugary cereal or toast, think eggs, collagen smoothies, Greek yogurt, avocado, chia pudding, bone broth, or protein-rich breakfasts. And then try not to snack constantly throughout the day. We are not meant to graze. Our bodies are sometimes meant to feel like they need to wait for the next meal. That is good for metabolic flexibility. Giving the digestive system little periods of rest between the meals can help support gut repair and metabolic health. The next big one is reducing ultra-processed foods. Many packaged foods contain seed oils, emulsifiers, gums, artificial sweeteners, preservatives, and additives that can irritate the gut lining and negatively affect gut bacteria. So a good question to ask when you are making meals for yourself or your family is, would my grandmother recognize this as a food? Gosh, how often would the answer be no to that question? So then let's focus more on whole foods, quality protein, grass-fed, grass-finished, pasture-raised, vegetables, organic where possible, healthy fats, avocado, coconut cream, berries, which have a low glycemic index, herbs, an abundance of different herbs, fermented foods, sauerkrauts, kimchi, slow cooked meals, soups and broths, beautiful olive oil and olives, avocado every day, and nuts and seeds if tolerated, and often those can cause a bit of an inflammation, so only if you know that you're good with nuts and seeds. The one thing I've personally found incredibly powerful gut healing is mineral support. People who are depleted in key minerals because of stress, poor soil quality, medications, processed foods, and modern lifestyles are often feeling tired and drained and not sleeping properly. And in fact, this can even lead to nervous system regulation issues, stomach acid production issues, bowel function, which you don't even realize is linked to a lack of minerals. I can tell you that we all are lacking in minerals because of the way that we live. So adding in things like electrolytes, fulvic acid, or Celtic salt in your water all day, every day, Celtic salt on meals full of 77 minerals is a really great support for your overall system, but especially for your gut. And then something really easy that I find is super helpful for gut movement, but also regulating blood sugar, is a 10-minute walk after meals, especially after your bigger meals like lunch and dinner. Remember that your gut doesn't exist in isolation. Your gut responds to stress, sleep, light exposure, movements, emotions, and lifestyle. And so we need to think about our body as a whole when we think of gut support. So now let's talk about some of my favorite gut supplements, because there are things that you can add in to make a difference to your gut. So number one is always bone broth. A beautiful, rich bone broth you either make yourself, or if you look at something like the Harvest Table's bone broth powder, full of glycine and gelatin and amino acids that help support the gut lining. I also love fermented foods. Doesn't have to be large amounts and only if tolerated. Things like sauerkraut, kefir, kimchi, and a good quality slow fermented yogurt that you might even want to make yourself. But I always say start slowly. If you have a very inflamed gut, too much of a fermented food too quickly could cause symptoms to get worse. And so just feel it out and go slowly. In terms of supplements, some of my favorite things to include would be bone broth, as I've said. A good quality collagen powder also supports the gut lining. I believe collagen and bone broth work hand in hand, and we should be including both in our diets. Then magnesium, great for supporting stress, but also movement of the gut, as well as nervous system regulation. Electrolytes and trace minerals, fulvic acid, are great for hydration and cellular function. And I start every day with a mineral-rich drink to really boost my minerals from the beginning of the day. Digestive bitters or apple cider vinegar before a meal for people with low stomach acid, and burning after a meal is actually often a sign of low stomach acid. So adding this in apple cider vinegar before is a great option. And then probiotics can help. It's not for everyone. I find that I like to use probiotics in season. So if I feel that I need a bit of an extra boost, then something like a Rawbiotics liquid probiotic is amazing. And then finally, and this is always important, sleep. Deep healing happens at night. Poor sleep disrupts the microbiome, it increases inflammation, it affects cravings, and it impacts digestion. So creating a calming evening rhythm is incredibly important for all-round health, including gut health. So things like dim the lights, reduce your screens. When the sun goes down, that is a sign to start reducing screen usage, or wear red light glasses, blue light glasses, sorry, to block the right lights. Drink herbal tea, read a book at night, do some stretching, some deep breathing, support your nervous system. Also recently learned about tapping, just simple things like this, just calming down, such a simple thing. I promise you, if you do this, you just feel the benefits of just a calmer nervous system. And when you calm that nervous system, you calm your body and you calm your gut. So I think this is such an important reminder in today's world. Health is not built through extremes. It's built through daily rhythms. Simple things repeated consistently over time make your body feel safe, and a safe body can heal and be well. So if your gut is struggling right now, don't feel overwhelmed. Don't be like me and want to fix it all in one day. Start small. Choose some daily rhythms to introduce into your life. Things like chewing slowly, prioritizing protein, reducing processed foods, walking outside barefoot without sunglasses, drink mineral-rich water every day, go to bed earlier, calm your nervous system before you sleep, put in place a really calming evening routine. And these little shifts, believe it or not, over time could create a profound effect, not only on your gut health, but your overall health. So I hope this helps. I'm excited about all things gut health. And like I said, I really believe that this is a fundamental foundation to good health. So if you've enjoyed this episode, please share it with someone who may be interested. Please like it, share it on your Instagram, and look out for us next month as we start talking about brain health.